It is January, which means it's time for one of the most exciting dental events of the year, Yankee Dental Congress. Yankee Dental Congress is the largest dental conference in New England. It's attracting thousands of dental professionals each year. It is organized by the Massachusetts Dental Society and features over 300 exhibiting companies and hundreds of educational courses. This was my first time attending it as a practicing dentist, and I got a little overly enthusiastic and signed up myself for every CU course I could possibly find for every day of the conference. Of course, they had to start bright and early in the morning, which led me to getting ready in the car and grabbing a quick bite on the road. Good morning, everybody. We just arrived. Very excited to attend a course on implants right now. Don't know why I'm attending a course on implants, but they were slim pickings and I registered pretty early, and although most of the lectures are gone, not super interested in implants, but that's what we're starting today. I picked up my badge and let's get started. This day I had 2 hands-on courses scheduled. There weren't too many options this year, so I had to choose what was left. First course was conducted by Neodent Implant System. I personally don't place implants, but I'm open to an opportunity to place one if that makes sense. Very happy that I went to BU because we were taught almost exactly the same info as these 2 courses today, and I felt like I've done this all before. After 3 hours of the course, it was finally time to hit the exhibition floor. Finding a quiet place to record is impossible, but we got ourselves some hot tea. We finished a lecture, which was awesome. Very excited. We'll tell you all about it later, but I got to keep the job. This year they really outdone themselves with an indoor ice skating ring, which was very unpopular, live music, and free headshot station. You can always recognize youngsters by the amount of freebie stuff they get. The older you are, the less interested you are in getting all that stuff. I guess I'm pretty old. First things first, we're trying to find a BU booth. First things first, I had to of course stop by the BU booth, and as soon as I stepped my foot in there, I found a ton of people who I recognized and got stuck chatting until it was time for my next course. It was a really cool hands-on veneer course, but I can't say I loved the lecturer. Hello everybody, it's day 2 of Yankee and I'm stuck in traffic. I'm hoping I'm not late for my lecture, but I just wanted to recap day 1 because last lecture didn't allow me to film anything because all the information was protected, I guess, which makes sense. But I was so happy that I actually went to BU and I realized how much BU does actually teach us, because both lectures that I went to, I pretty much knew everything they were going to say, even though the lectures were not affiliated with BU at all. It's just the information that BU provided us back when I was in school was so nice and so up to date. It was brand new, and all the CU courses were pretty easy to me. I already knew what they were going to say. And first lecture that I took was on implant placement. It was really cool. I loved doing that, and it was a different implant system that we used to use in BU, but it was pretty much the same, so I caught on really quickly, so that was super nice, super fun. So I actually do feel much more confident placing implants. Not that I'm gonna, but at least like I have a general understanding. I'm still not there, still not ready to place my first implant, but I at least know my way around one now, so that's pretty good. And the second lecture was about veneers, do and don'ts, and I went there because I actually have a lot of veneer cases. I'm doing a very big case right now for all 6 veneers. So I wanted to hear something like, am I doing it right? And I'm doing it right. Okay, majority of the things that they said I knew, I did get something new there, so I was super excited. And it was my first hands-on courses that I've ever taken after school, so it was kind of cool. So yeah, now day 2, I'm going to another lecture today. I just have one, and it's about complete dentures. So I actually do a lot of dentures in my practice too, so I want to learn a little bit more about it, about digital approach to dentures. So that's my day, and hopefully I'm gonna buy something at the floor. I love shopping around, I love whole booth. So we will see what's going on today. On day 2, I arrived a little bit early so I could shop. I really didn't need anything, but I just couldn't help myself. Stay tuned until the end of the video to see my entire haul. My lecture was on the 2nd floor of the exhibition center, where I've actually never been before. It has really gorgeous views of my second favorite city in the world. The lecture was on complete one-visit dentures. It focused on taking a step back from technology and doing good old-fashioned hands-on dentistry, which honestly was mind-boggling. I loved every second of it, and it was so helpful and interesting, even though from the looks of it, I didn't expect a lot. After a couple hours more, I made it back to the floor and I was waiting up for my friends. After 4 p.m. they provided free snack stations and beer and wine stations that I couldn't pass by. Here I met my classmates and made a toast for seeing each other more often in the coming year and working a little less. Cheers! Here I met some other familiar faces. Hello! And with all that, I've missed the free headshot opportunity. I guess not today. At 6 p.m. on Friday, we were invited to BU alumni dinner. BU actually knows how to do events very well, so we couldn't miss that. Dinner was at the beautiful Seaport Hotel, about 5 minutes walking distance from the convention center. It would have been much easier if I didn't buy books that day. I didn't stick around for too long, but it was very nice to feel welcomed back to BU and still feel like I'm a part of the group. Good morning. This is day 3 of Yankee. It's Saturday. We left at 6:30 and it's 7 now. I'm supposed to be there by 8 a.m. I booked a lecture for 8 a.m. I'm regretting all my life decisions right now. Why did I decide that I want a lecture every single day? So I paid for it, so I have to be there. But today's implant lecture, it's quite exciting. So I really hope to learn how to actually restore implants. On Thursday I watched a lecture about how to place implants, and now it's like surgical restorative connection. So that's nice. And yesterday's lecture, I just wanted to mention it. Guys, look up Laurel dentures. It literally changed my perspective on dentures. It was such an eye-opening lecture. I am so sad I didn't know it earlier, because I could have helped so many elderly patients who do not need to come to the office every single day. It's basically a denture that you make out of a mold, a shell that is sold, and it's standard. But you can mold it to a patient and reline it. So it fits perfectly because you use a patient as articulator, and it looks okay. Like for a 97-year-old patient, the most important thing is fit. So I am super excited about it. I'm definitely going to use it in my practice. I highly encourage you to look it up. And I'm getting very beautiful views of sunrise. Okay, day 3, here's where I actually got tired. Why did I think it was a good idea to book a lecture on a Saturday at 8 a.m.? Lecture was supposed to be about placement of implants in general practice, but an hour and a half in, he was talking about anterior implant placement, which I definitely wouldn't do as part of my first experience with implants. Besides, he was giving us some very basic facts, like, did you know that implant is smaller and rounder than a real tooth? Like, oh really? What else is new? And I paid $100 for it. After that, I decided that we only live once and I can never return the 3 hours that I'm wasting this morning on the stupid lecture. I got up and ditched it altogether. Decided to ditch the lecture. It was super boring, and now we're back on the floor. Today I decided that it will be a day for freebies, and I headed straight to the free headshot station. The line wasn't too long, but it still took me an hour and a half to get to the photographer. About 40 minutes in, I regretted all my life decisions one more time, and at that point I was too invested to actually leave, so I stood the entire hour and a half. Most significantly, as it was all down, it did not worth it. I hated the pictures. After that, I decided that dental congress cannot be complete without free toothpaste, so I spent my last hours of Yankee Dental Congress 2023 in Colgate and Crest booth.
Important factor in less than full appointment schedules.
And how about this? How many of you are working for practices that are having trouble finding staff?
Almost 40% of offices are looking for hygienists and assistants, and almost 75% of dentists tell the ADA that finding staff is extremely challenging.
The key word there being extreme.
And challenging.
The other key word being challenging.
And extremely.
Has anyone here noticed today that your practice is focusing more on essential services and emergencies because you're short-staffed and you don't have time for the longer procedure?
Alright you guys, I thought I would show you a little bit of a Yankee haul because I like stuff. I like getting free stuff, and that's pretty much why I go. Well, now I also go for CE, but I still acquired a pretty good pile, and I thought I would share what I purchased and what I got for free at Yankee Dental. So I just want to quickly show you, not going too much into the details. I have 3 bags here to share with you. I have 1, 2, and 3. Let's start. This is my badge from Yankee Dental, and when you stop by BU booth, they get you a little sticky thing for your badge, and also give you this like a badge holder with BU on it. And everybody asked me when I was walking around, oh, did you go to BU? What year was it? So it's kind of fun. It's also a way to build a community around it and have a way to identify yourself for other people, which is super fun. So that's my badge. Then I got, on my first day, I got this bag, and I bought some books. I love reading books, obviously, like it's educational, but I also use them for coffee table books. Sometimes these books are so pretty, and on Yankee you get really good discounts for books. So I purchased this pediatric dentistry book. I actually have, it's not the most beautiful book, so I don't think it's a good coffee table book material, but I do see a lot of kids in the practice, and I take a lot of CA courses on pediatric dentistry, and I just wanted to read a book. Maybe that would be some helpful information there. And another book I bought, obviously, is the clear aligners book. I'm very into Invisalign lately, and I just wanted to hear what other people had to say about clear aligners in general and clear aligner therapy. And this does look really picturesque. This would look really awesome on my coffee table next to my dental photography book. This is gonna be gorgeous. Next thing I bought were things I actually bought were kind of boring, things that I need. My friends who talked to me were like, your practice should buy this stuff, but I like having my own burrs and my own little things, my own cement that I know I use, and it's only mine. Nobody else will misplace it, nobody else will use it. So I bought, let's see, I bought some burrs. I was looking for an IPR ring for the longest time. I couldn't find the disc for IPR anywhere. So I finally found that at Meisinger. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's a burr company. So I purchased some IPR discs. I still need to find a disc protector. So that's like a cover for the drill, so you don't actually like lacerate a lip or lacerate a gum with your disc doing IPR. But I've been doing IPR before with just the strip, and it's taking forever. So I do need to upgrade to a disc, which I finally bought. And they don't actually give it to you. They mail and they ship everything to actually directly to your practice, so you don't receive anything in the practice, but you do get a little bit like a lot of these little papers. So that's what I'm showing you. Then I talked to this company. They make a lot of dental technology, but I particularly talked to them about these portable units, which I thought were super cool, and that would be really good for mission trips, and which I do really want to go to. That would be very nice and portable, and I was just curious about the price, and if you are curious too, it's about $7,000. Another person I talked to was from this company. That's about 3D imaging van. So if you're planning on doing implants and you don't actually have a 3D scanner in your office, you can order this van that will drive up to your practice and scan your patient in a van, which is actually a really good business idea, by the way. But I don't place implants by myself, but I did take a good course on Neodent, and I did learn how to place them. I know how to place them theoretically. In BU, we did get a chance to place them. I didn't place one particularly, but that was a very in-depth course about implants. So I feel confident that I can place an implant, but I just didn't get an opportunity. And I'm very obviously case selective. If I found a patient who would need an implant, like specifically in like upper first premolar, I would probably go for it, and this would be very helpful. Another thing I purchased is VariLink cement kit. So that is a cement for anterior restorations. I'm doing a lot of veneer cases, and I did attend a course on veneer preparations, and they did recommend VariLink because it is more aesthetic and more translucent than multi-link. I don't even have multi-link and translucent, so I needed to purchase something. So I decided to try actually to purchase VariLink because it was recommended by an expert in the area. So I was like, you know what, I need to buy something, so I decided to purchase VariLink. And again, that it will arrive to my practice. The free thing that I got was this like pimple popper thing. I don't know, they give the most ridiculous stuff, and that was one of those things that where you're supposed to like spin the wheel and you get a prize. So I got this. It's supposed to be like a de-stress thing from this company. I can't even, it's a dental management apparently. I'm gonna put it in a trash, or it's gonna be a dog chew toy. I don't think it's very helpful, but that's what I got. Also, I got snacks that I just found in my bag, and I forgot they were there, but they were giving free snacks to everybody there and free drinks, so of course I couldn't pass by. Another thing is this jaw that I got from my course in Neodent, that I placed this implant. It was a hands-on course, and you got to keep the jaw, and I was like, why not? I will take it. But actually, I found that these things are really good education tools for patients. When you talk about bone loss, you can actually show them like, this is how much it is now, and this is how much it will reduce, and this is what an implant looks like. So I thought it would be kind of fun. I used to have a jaw model for like a overdenture, so your patient can actually feel how it is, the denture is attached to the implants, and remove it. And that was super helpful until I broke it, because it was 3D printed and really fragile. So I don't have that anymore, but if I thought that would be kind of a good alternative to be more illustrative in my descriptions. So I kept the jaw, like why not? Another thing is this Crest toothpaste. So of course there's a huge line in Crest booth and Colgate booth, and I was very disappointed in Crest this year. It is just me. I got just one full tube of toothpaste for free, and of course, like, you got toothpaste for free, like, it's nice to get free stuff. But last year they actually gave you whitening gels for free, and I think they gave you 2 tubes of toothpaste too, to try different ones. So I was not impressed by just one selection of toothpaste, and that's all they gave you, but that's something that I received. Another place I stopped by is this Pro Dental USA. This is a dental tool company, and I was looking for periotomes, just something to less traumatically extract teeth, and I did not find a good one, so I didn't purchase anything from them. Another company I stopped by is Great Lakes Dental Technologies. That's also like a purchasing place, and they actually do have a lot of IPR things. They make orthodontic appliances too, and I did find a disc protector there, but I did not purchase it because they didn't have it in stock, but I can purchase it on the website. That's why I kept the program. I thought I would look into it later. This is the paperwork from Neodent. It's one of the courses I attended, and they offer a package. If you attended their course, you could buy all the instruments for a cheaper discount price. Like, you could buy a motor for implant placement, NSK surgical motor, for 50% off, which is a great deal. But obviously this is not something I'm ready to invest in, because total kit for implants with the motor would cost $8,000, and I don't have $8,000. So definitely not something I was interested in. Another thing they gave me is this flyer for a symposium that they're gonna have in Miami. Super fun for somebody to go to. I'm sure it's always fun to attend dental symposium. It's like a huge party. That's why I love Yankee so much. But yes, I did not get anything from them. Another thing, this is just a Yankee flyer. Oh, another thing, I stopped by this company here because I was very interested in Nomad x-rays, and again for my mission trip that I'm kind of thinking about, and I don't have a hard date or hard plan, but I would be interested to go to one, and they have a Nomad for about $3,000, which is a pretty good price. It's just a Yankee flyer, and they had this like Denchella party that I did not go to because I'm too old for this stuff. And another company I stopped by, this Evenly company, and they basically have orthodontists on staff. They come to your office if you have an orthodontic case that's too complicated for you, or if you just don't want to do ortho and don't want to refer. So they have orthodontists that they send you to your office. They bring their own iTero scanner, and they just plan the treatment for you, and you pay them a certain amount of money. And I guess you keep the profits from the case. Not sure how that works, not very interested, but I did stop by the booth. I got a little program, I got a little pen, I got a business card, and I got this water bottle. This water bottle was probably the biggest thing, like the biggest freebie that I got. And it says shine on, so of course I kept it. And the last things are from Colgate, and Colgate are always very generous and they always give you the most stuff, and this year they didn't disappoint too. They gave me a toothbrush, they gave me a new Optic White toothpaste, and a Total Care toothpaste, which is super fun. I also talked to them about getting gel cam samples for my office, because we do have toothpaste samples and we do sell Prevident, but I don't really like Prevident because it's like a prescription toothpaste. They have to buy it in a pharmacy, but I do recommend gel cam a lot as like a remineralization therapy, and you can actually buy it on Amazon. And I was thinking, instead of like saying gel cam, I could give them a little sample, but I don't think they sell them. They sell a whole tube for $5, which is pretty good, and they gave me a business card of my rep to talk to them about that. So don't think I'm gonna go for that, because $5 for a sample is not really something I want to invest in. But otherwise, that is all the goodies that I got from Yankee Dental. Let me know what you got, if you did go. Did you find something more interesting than I did? You probably did, because again, I'm lame. I'm buying burrs. Wait, by the way, I bought more burrs. I bought my own burrs, and I can't find the receipt from them, but I did buy Brasseler burrs, because I use burrs that nobody else uses in a practice, and sometimes I share I give my burrs to the assistant to sterilize and they disappear. So I bought like a big pack, 100 pack of just my regular burr that I use, and I also bought end cutting burrs because the practice where I work does not have them. They don't really use them, but I am used to them because BU had them, and I'm used to using them to adjust the margin of my crowns. And now that I'm used to them, I really feel the absence. So I did buy some burrs. Things that I was interested in buying was the curing light that cures, like it's a laser curing light, and it cures really quickly. Instead of 30 seconds, it cures for like 3 seconds, which I thought was cool because I hate just sitting there and waiting. And another thing I want to buy is this vibration distraction tool for anesthesia. I think it's called like, it's for pediatric dentistry. It's called like Mr. Buzzy or something ridiculous, and you put it on a jawbone, and the vibrations of the distraction tool distract the patient from anesthesia, which you also can do by just shaking the cheek, but I don't like doing that. That distracts me and I don't like it. And those buzzy things, and a doctor who I used to work with used it in her practice, and I thought, well, I have had it used on me, and it does distract you, like it does work. So I wanted to buy that, but they were kind of too expensive, and I decided I would just easier buy it on Amazon or on eBay or something like this. So that is everything that I got from Yankee. Let me know what you got if you did go, and what do you usually get on dental congresses like this. I'm sure you found something more interesting, because I'm lame. I literally go and buy burrs. It's the most lame thing to actually purchase on a dental congress. But I hope to see you in my future videos, and check out my website and all the links that I put there down below, and say hi on my social media. So goodbye, see you in my next one.